This week took us to the Kennington section of London, to the venue, Toulouse Lautrec. There we met with Tasha Bertram and her band Winnet. What is really special about this group is that they are actually a family, and usually a 7-piece band. Joining Tasha today is her son Thomas and their bandmate Antony. Music is always a great way to make friends, but meeting them reminded me of how it can bring a family even closer together. I want to dedicate this episode to my friend Naomi Swallow, who introduced me to Tasha's music and made this really fun day happen.
I love that you'll play with your family members. That must be like so nice having that bond through music too.
Yes, it's really nice, and it makes rehearsals really easy. And we used to have rehearsals in the house, and they didn't have to arrive; they were already there.
That works. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I used to play with my brothers actually a lot in at church. They'd call on us a few times a year to play together, and it was just like a really fun way to like do something special with your family members, is just putting together a song. And
It's really nice to actually create something together.
Yeah, that's really cool.
As my daughter sings backing vocals with me, and she sings as well.
That's awesome.
So it was lovely just to be able to give her the opportunity to give it a try and find her feet in it as well. So.
Is there a stress to that? Does it get stressful, family? Or it works?
No,
Never did. No,
never.
never did.
No.
Well done.
Perhaps with other members of the band.
Yeah, it was always with
Right.
members, yeah.
Versus the family.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we never had drama like that either. And people almost want to hear about it. It's like, is there's a diva in the family or something like that?
Yeah, and I think because you have an understanding, even though things don't necessarily come across the way you want them to in rehearsal, the band might get annoyed, but the family understand. Oh no, she really meant that, or something.
Yeah.
A crazy boy, don't fall for him. You know your way for a happier day. Bright lights are calling you, you know just what to do. Then into the beam walks the man of your dream. He'll take you to bed, get inside your head. Don't fall in love with a crazy boy. Don't fall for him. There is no doubt he'll turn your head inside out. There'll come that day when he'll walk away. That wonderful man of joy. Crazy boy, for him you were just a toy. It's called the Imogenza Festival or something, and they do.
It was like Battle of the Bands kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's like that.
We didn't realise that every other band was like heavy metal,
Really
like
heavy.
shredding, double bass pedal, like screaming.
That's awesome.
And we got up with like bow ties.
Yes, and my little gold
Suspenders.
mini dress. I think I wore a leather jacket at that time, so I thought I was one of them then. And we got up and did our walk on, It's quite funny.
That's awesome.
We got through a few rounds.
Yeah, we
though.
did, yeah.
I think we were a bit of light relief for everybody, but we were so excited when we got in, when we
That was
got
the first
through.
gig I did, actually. First ever
Was
one,
it?
yeah.
I came on and with two different shoes on, with odd shoes
On stage, on a show?
stage. And the funny thing is that one was red and one was blue, so they were very odd. They weren't just a different shape. And I was singing, and I suddenly kind of
felt that the audience was sort of looking at my shoe, and then suddenly I looked down and went, oh my God, I stopped the song and I went, oh my God, I've got completely wrong shoes. I've only changed one shoe. So I just, excuse me a minute.
Mid-song?
Yeah, mid-song.
That's so funny.
I think you should have gone with it.
And came back on with the pair. No, I didn't. They must have been a perfect height because I didn't notice physically the difference. Yeah, that was quite funny.
Okay. See, if you went into it with confidence and just said, this is my style, this is my thing.
Don't you like it?
It's the latest fashion.
Yeah. That was funny. And there was another time when Ava got excruciating cramp, and in the middle of a song she just went, ah!
Oh, no.
And we had to stop, and I had to take off her shoe, and we were right here actually, sit on the side of the stage, and I had to massage her foot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
All feet related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of feet in Winnet, actually.
Don't fall in love with a crazy boy. Don't fall for him. He'll come back again. There will be another end. More tears will fall. He don't want you at all. No one can hear your fire that burns. No one can share your pain. Don't fall in love with a crazy boy. Don't fall for him.
Trying to work harmonies out with Ava, my daughter. Like, which way should you go? And how, the musicians would all talk in fifths and thirds and stuff, and would be going, because I don't come from a musical background, I come from the theatrical background. And Ava, she was very good at pitching and holding her line as well. I mean, there was a lot of finger on ears at the beginning and things, but it just lifts lines in songs so beautifully. I do love them. And, when they work, they're like, angels singing, aren't they? Yeah, so...
Yeah,
it's
like
really lovely
magic.
to have to hear you singing harmonies on my songs.
Thank you. It's like a super honor. Like when actually my friend Naomi was the one who sent me some of your videos on YouTube, because I was looking through artists in London, and I was saying, okay, if you know anybody, and she found you guys and sent it to me, and I was just blown away, and I was just like, I don't know if they would allow me to come in and sing with them. But I was really touched that you're open to doing this, and it's a big chance, to get an email from someone you've never met, and and like taking the chance to work with somebody like that. It really means a lot to me. And
well, it means I was touched that you asked me, and also to give me an opportunity to sing in this much more acoustic way, because I'm used to singing with a 7-piece band.
that's so cool.
Faces in a tree, the birds and a bee, a line of destiny for you and me. Treasure all around, rubies to be found, stones on the ground. Another coat is taken off the shoulders in the heat. A green man moves crowds across the street to the other side. Here and there, a huddled bunch of children stand and stare at men displayed on horses in a pair. And I'm still here, a needle poised with an open eye, without a thread. I'm here sitting on the top deck when Marlena turns her head to see the flick of an eye and a face that don't think much of me, and the care in a smile that wants me to be free. And see all I see, faces in a tree, the birds and a bee,
Well, I came sort of from the ballet world because I was a ballet dancer, and then moved into acting, and I just love performing. So I'm sort of always looking for ways to perform. And I just started to write. I always used to write little poems and things, and so I started to turn them into songs, put little melodies in, and then I don't know, just something spoke to me and said, "It'd be really cool to have a band."
Yeah.
So I started looking around for musicians, and just after a little time, it all started to come together. So I'm very proud to have put it all together. And although my name's Tasha, I called the band Winnet because that used to be a nickname that I was used to being called when I was a dancer. So it felt sort of already familiar.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
I remember growing up listening to your record collection and my dad's record collection as well, and it's being influenced by a lot of that older style of music, a lot of Beatles as well, and Velvet Underground and Pink Floyd, and I don't know, just lots of different stuff, and blues, lots of blues too. So music was always important to me, and I kind of twiddled around and played a little bit here and there, but when my mum started up the band, you know, musicians kind of come and go, and they didn't have a bass player at the time, so they just called me upstairs and said, "Can you just play a little bit?" And I'd never really even picked up a bass before.
Yeah.
So it started from there, and they were like, "Oh, that kind of works. You can just kind of jam with us while we're doing rehearsals." And then I just never left the band, and slowly ended up learning an instrument, which has been great. Now I actually love playing bass and have several of them. I still haven't been to a lesson yet, but music's always been around.
I was into Beatles as a teenager, I suppose, and then I had a funk radio show, which was very cool. And then graduated from the cool instruments to the banjo, which so I sort of actually my uncle's a pop musician. There you are, there's a thing.
Okay.
In the 80s, Tears for Fears.
No way. Awesome.
So I think that's why I hero worship John Lennon, because he had long hair and he was singing about Sun and the Moon, like my uncle. And then I fell in love with sort of Americana folk and bluegrass. So.
Fade away like steam on a champagne glass, and the buildings pass as I ride away from the streets below, the loop of life in a human frame. Are we all to blame? Sitting here, I see all I see. Faces in a tree, the birds and a bee, a line of destiny, lost in time, for you and me. Treasure all around, to be found, rubies to be found, stones on the ground, lost in time.
Really fun to do this in a venue. Normally for the show we go to the artists' homes, but it's really cool to be here at Toulouse Lautrec Jazzery and Restaurant here in Kennington. This place just seems like a lot of really fun things happen here.
It's just got a really nice family atmosphere, and we're a family. It's a family that run it. I don't know, it's just really nice. And people have seen us at other places and they go, "Oh, we like you best at Toulouse."
Thank you all again. And,
thank you.
Hope
Thank
to
you. It's been
see
fun.
you next
Thank you.
time we come to London.
Yeah.
Wait, we're live.
Hi, okay, live on Facebook.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're all still sleeping, but when you wake up, good morning. I'm here with Tasha from Winnet, and we just shot an episode of Finding Harmony here in London. And we're at the beautiful Toulouse Lautrec Venue. Look how gorgeous, that white piano and all that art. It is so beautiful. So thank you, Toulouse Lautrec, for letting us shoot here.
Thank you.
And we had a lot of fun. We did 2 of Tasha's original songs, and they're very, very great, very special. So it was a lot of fun. And yeah, we're just wrapping up here, and so make sure you follow her page. It's in the title above here. And so we just wanted to say hello, and I want to say also a huge shout out to our sponsor. Where's our Earthworks microphone? Did we put it away? I think we did. Oh, there it is. Up there. Thank you, Earthworks. And thank you to
We were very impressed with its shape.
Very cool, very cool. And thank you to the National Association of Record Industry Professionals also for sponsoring us, NARP Rocks. And yeah, so hi Catherine, how you doing? We'll see you tomorrow in Bristol. Great. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. We gotta pack up here.